Hey, welcome to the Explainer. If you take a look at pretty much any electrical plug in your house, it seems so simple, right? But it's actually hiding this brilliant, life-saving design secret. Today, we're going to uncover how just a tiny difference in its shape prevents a really big electrical hazard.
So, have you ever really, and I mean really, looked at a standard plug? You might have noticed that one of the prongs is just a little bit wider than the other one. Now, that's no accident. It is a completely deliberate and, frankly, incredibly clever piece of safety engineering. So, what's the deal with that? Why go to all that trouble?
Well, the answer is all about a fundamental concept in electrical wiring called polarity. And at its core, it's all about one thing: making sure electricity follows a safe and predictable path every single time you plug something in.
Okay, so think of your home's wiring like a one-way street system for electricity. Polarity is basically the set of road signs that make sure the power flows from the hot wire through your lamp or your toaster and then back out through the neutral wire. It's a continuous, controlled loop that prevents, electrical traffic jams and some really dangerous accidents. And let me tell you, this isn't just a friendly suggestion. It is a non-negotiable rule baked right into the electrical code. Reversing the polarity is a huge safety violation because, as we're about to see, it creates a serious hidden danger. So, how do all the electricians and manufacturers out there get this right every single time? Well, they rely on a simple universal language, a really clear identification system that's built right into the devices themselves, so there's absolutely no confusion. The official code gives us a dead simple checklist. To find that neutral or grounded connection, you're just looking for the colors silver or white. Sometimes you might even see the word white or just the letter W stamped right there. It's all standardized to take any and all guesswork out of the equation. All right, so now it's your turn to play detective. Once you know this code, you can start spotting these little safety markers all over your own home. Seriously, they are hiding in plain sight. And here it is, the whole system in action on a standard wall outlet. You see that taller slot? That's the neutral side, and it's designed to connect to a silver-colored screw on the inside. The shorter, hot slot connects to a brass-colored screw. This physical design literally makes it impossible to plug a polarized plug in the wrong way. So that same logic applies to pretty much everything, like your basic table lamp. But the code has an even more specific rule for devices that use screw-in bulbs. And it's all about protecting you when you go to change a light bulb. Okay, so here's the deal. The electrical code specifically requires that the metal threads that you screw a light bulb into, that's called the screw shell. That part must be connected to the neutral wire, and that's exactly why the wire in the lamp's cord leading to that screw shell is almost always identified with a white or gray color. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. But this is the most important part. Why does any of this matter so much? The whole secret, the reason for all of this, is revealed the moment you flip a switch to off. See, when an appliance is wired correctly, that on-off switch is put on the hot wire. So when you turn it off, you are literally cutting the connection to the power source. The electricity just stops right there, and the entire device becomes de-energized. It's safe to touch. But what happens if that polarity gets reversed? Well, now the switch is only breaking the neutral wire. So even though the light bulb goes out, the socket itself is still connected to live power. It is fully energized, it's hot. And that creates a massive shock hazard for anyone who touches it thinking it's safely turned off. And this isn't just a rule for lamps, by the way. It applies to any appliance with a simple on-off switch. The rule is always the same. The switch must interrupt the hot wire. That's the only way to ensure that when you turn something off, it's truly and safely off. So, that wider prong on your plug, it isn't just some random design choice. It is the visible key to an entire hidden system, designed from the ground up to keep you safe. And it really makes you stop and wonder, what other life-saving designs are all around us, just hiding in plain sight?